Yes Media Academy Radio.
Excite.
All the hits.
It's 12 o'clock and it's time for the global news on Yes Media Academy Radio. I am Okpe Adeleke. First, the headlines. Nigeria confirms 437 new COVID-19 cases with 3 more deaths. CBN to unify exchange rate, then journalist body reports 138 Nigerian women trapped in Saudi Arabia. And on sports, Rivers United kick against final MPFL table. And on the international scene, four fun seekers drown off Dutch beaches. Now the news in detail. Nigeria has recorded 437 new cases of coronavirus, bringing the total number of COVID-19 infections in the country to 46,577. The Nigerian Center for Disease Control, NCDC, disclosed the updated figure, which rose from 46,140 in a tweet on Sunday night. Of the new, followed by the Federal Capital Territory, FCT, and Plateau State, which reported 91 and 81 cases, respectively. Others are Kaduna 32, Ogun 30, Kwara 24, Ebonyi 19, Ekiti 17, Oyo 8, Borno 6, Edo 6, Kano 4, Nasarawa 3, Osun 3, Taraba 3, Gombe 2, and Bauchi 1. The Central Bank of Nigeria on Saturday officially changed the exchange rate of naira to dollar from 361 naira to 379 naira on its website. The Apex Bank had earlier expressed its decision to unify the exchange rates in the country as forex scarcity persisted. It was, however, yet to announce if this would be the official unified exchange rate, and meanwhile, the naira exchange was 473 naira at the parallel market on Friday. Experts have continued to clamor for a single exchange rate in the country, and the president of Association of Bureau de Change Operators of Nigeria, Alhaji Aminu Gwadebe, had said it will ease regulatory supervision, ensure transparency and effective price discovery, and deepen market perfections. The senior partner at Regulatory and Technology Transact Partners, Ibn Joe, said the gap between the various exchange rates operating in Nigeria created arbitrage opportunities for highly connected individuals. The Journalist International Forum for Migration has uncovered a trafficking cartel responsible for the trafficking of 138 Nigerian women to Saudi Arabia. The GFOM president Ajibola Abayomi, in a statement made available on Sunday, said the body had the profiles of 138 trafficked ladies to the Middle East nation by a company identified as TTCO. He stated that some of the names on the list included 23-year-old Amina Idris, an indigene of Kano State, whose passport with the number A09118374 was being withheld by her host, Atonda Esther Idowu, 42, and Salahu Yetunde Victoria, 37, with passport number A08233422, both from Oyo State, and Gift Israel, 25, from River State, with the passport number A09136678. He added that the information was sourced from data made available to GFOM by the Rescue Africans in Slavery, a foundation campaigning against human trafficking and child labor. The statement read in part and said, "Since we launched the rescue campaign that led to the rescue of 30 girls and others from Lebanon by the Nigerian government, several international agencies have been reaching out to us, and we have been directing them to relate with the National Agency for Trafficking in Persons accordingly. The GFOM is committed to humanitarian services, and we are willing to do more." Some of the ladies at different locations in the country were in critical health condition and needed to be attended to in good time. "We call for prompt attention from the federal government," said the statement. The police have arrested a man said to be the founder and general overseer of the Church of the Lord at Olomore in Abeokuta, the Ogun State capital. In a statement on Sunday, the police explained that the suspect, Professor Ebenezer Ajigbotolua, was apprehended by men of the Ogun State Command for defiling and impregnating 2 underage sisters. His arrest followed a report by the mother of the victims, who reported at the police station in Lafayette that she fell sick sometimes in 2018 and was taken to the suspect church for spiritual healing. The victim's mother said the pastor took advantage of her sickness and asked the entire family of 6 to move into the church premises to avoid being afflicted by the same sickness. The prophet was said to be having sex with the girls, who were 16 and 13 years, unknown to their mother. It was added that upon the report, the DPO of Lafayette Division, CSP Muraino Ayilara, led his men to the church, but the place had been deserted. The CP then directed that the suspect to be hunted for and be brought to book. The Director General of the Progressive Governors Forum, PGF, Mr. Saliu Lukman, has called for an urgent constitutional review in order to resolve the internal crisis in the All Progressive Congress, APC. In a statement on Sunday, he said it was important for chairman of the APC Caretaker Convention Working Committee and Yobe State Governor Mai Mala Bani to set up a constitution review committee and present proposals for amendment to the Extraordinary National Convention. He explained that beyond proposals for constitutional amendment, there was an urgent need to consider developing proposed code of conduct for elected and appointed officials of the party as bylaws to regulate the conduct of party leaders. More violence appeared to be looming on Sunday in Edo State as factions in the State House of Assembly sharply disagreed over the proposed seating of the 17-member faction of the legislature. The 17-member faction of the State House of Assembly on Sunday said it would sit in the Assembly building, which is being repaired by the state government. The factional speaker, Victor Edororo, who stated this in an interview with correspondent on Sunday, described the renovation of the assembly as unnecessary, saying the 17 lawmakers would access it and sit there. But the other faction said the sitting being proposed by the Edororo-led group was comical and wondered what it would represent. Churches in Lagos State on Sunday held services after a 4-month ban on religious gatherings due to the COVID-19 pandemic in the country. Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu had last week ordered the reopening of worship centers in the state from Friday, August 7, 2020. Mosques in the state held Jumat services on Friday, while churches held their services on Sunday. At some of the churches visited by our correspondent, it was observed that children and the elderly were absent in accordance with the directive of the state government. It was, however, also observed that worshippers maintained physical distancing, wore face masks, and washed their hands before entering the churches. Now, sports. Rivers United will explore options to get justice from both FIFA and the Court of Arbitration for Sports following the release of the final standings of the 2019-2020 Nigerian Professional Football League season by the league management company. The LMC last Friday published the final MPFL standings for the aborted 2019-2020 season, which placed Plateau United as winners and Enyimba as runners-up on both PG and WPPG ahead of Rivers United. This means that Rivers United will feature in the CAF Confederations Cup and not the CAF Champions League. The LMC, according to their website, adopted the weighted points per game metrics and head-to-head for teams. Rivers United and Enyimba are tied on the same points per game coefficient to determine the second-place team. And on the international scene, at least 4 foreign seekers have drowned in the choppy seas off the Dutch coast on Sunday, police and news reports said, as thousands flocked to beaches to escape scorching temperatures. 2 baiters aged 24 and 28 drowned in the Hague after being swept out to sea by strong currents, the NOS public broadcaster reported. Police later confirmed that a second victim died on his way to the hospital. 2 other swimmers drowned at the Wijnandzee and Zandvoort near Amsterdam, as the NOS said, as the mercury rose above 30 degrees Celsius, 89 degrees Fahrenheit for a second consecutive day. The Netherlands said. And that wraps up the global news for today. But before I go, I'll bring a recap of the news headline. 19 cases with 3 more deaths. CBN to unify exchange rates, then pegs Naira at 375 per dollar. Arabia. And sports, Rivers United kick against final MPFL table. And on the international scene, four foreign seekers